Welcome to Let's Talk About Cannabis. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. My name is Edgar from the New Guys on 97.1 Amp Radio. We also got Mike from the world famous KROQ, and dropping the wisdom on you today, Dr. Drew. Do you guys have any questions in regards to weed, marijuana, cannabis?
So there are kids at my school that smoke weed almost every day, and they say it helps with their stress. Is there a point where it's too much?
I'm not going to joke around with you guys. Whatever stress I was feeling, whatever problems I may be facing, drugs and alcohol definitely helped for 20 minutes, 2 hours, depending on the substance, depending on the amount. Inevitably, 100% of the time, it always got worse in the long run.
That's the lesson.
It compounded the problem emotionally, psychiatrically, and physically. It compounded the problem. And, you know, like I said, I'm not here by any means, I'm not even qualified to sit around and tell you guys what to do or what not to do. But I will tell you with you know, a devastating level of honesty that, yeah, I mean, in the moment, a lot of times, crack a six-pack, all the problems, like my girlfriend dumped me, or, you know, I have problems with my parents, I'm failing out of certain classes. I got a nice little respite for 45 minutes. That problem always ended up being worse in the long run.
Dr. Drew, I want to make reference to, how old are your friends roughly?
Anywhere from like freshmen to juniors.
So we're probably like
14 to 16.
14 to 16, and should people between the ages of 14 and 16 be consuming marijuana even for like stress medical reasons?
Would a doctor prescribe it? Well, it's not legal.
Right.
So they would not even be able to do it in that age group, to be fair. But again, if somebody is reaching outside of their body to deal with stress with a substance, that's a gravely concerning situation for me as a clinician. And we just oftentimes don't think about things that way. It's important to be thinking that way, that, you know, we don't attend to our mental health the way we should. And if this were good, I would recommend it. It turns out, as Mike tells you, it compounds things, makes things work, may give you some relief in the moment, ends up creating more trouble down the line. When you see people your age having consequences, that's when you really learn. You don't learn from people like me, because it gets confusing and I just represent the man or whatever. But when you see things happen to your peers, that's when you kind of get the message. Have you seen any bad consequences? You've seen it. What did you see?
I've had, well, he wasn't really my friend, but a kid at my school ended up needing to go to the hospital and ended up in rehab at 15 years old. Yeah,
that is tough. Anybody else? Any consequences? Bad? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have friends that went to a rehab thing in the woods. They got sent to the woods. I don't know what it is exactly, but they had to like stay in the woods for like good 6 months or something like that. A couple of my friends have been to rehab. Some of them live in like facilities because their parents don't want to be with them anymore.
Well, I've never met parents that send kids to treatment who didn't want to be with their kids anymore. I never met those parents. They may not be able to be with them anymore, and the kids may feel like that's what's happening, but believe me, on the parent side, that's not what's happening. They're desperate and scared. And did you see anything about cannabis with those kids?
It was more than that. I think they
usually
started with it, but
right.
It always went to more than that.
Right.
And people I actually know, they have severe memory loss, and their day would go slower and they wouldn't pursue what they wanted to do for that day. They'll forget.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. That happens.
That's a real sin when you're losing your memory at your guys' age, because you need to hold on to it. One day you're going to be his age. It is really. And I hang out with Drew a lot. He can't remember anything.
It's a pain.
And that just happens naturally. So preserve your memory now as best you can.
I also had a friend that he started doing marijuana at like parties and stuff because he thought it'd be fun, but he eventually started getting into it a lot more and more, and now he's taking a lot harder stuff like Xanax and codeine, and that's on a regular basis at school and stuff, and it's sad to see him because now when he's not on this stuff, he's depressed, and it's just tough because we used to be such good friends. And
is he getting help?
I don't think so.
That's a dangerous situation. The Xanax opiate combination is deadly. Make no mistake about it. Think about Prince, think about Tom Petty, any celebrity death you can think of. It's the benzo, which is the Valium Klonopin class, and an opiate painkiller. You put those two together, you stop breathing.
If you guys need any more information, go to letstalkaboutcannabis.com. There's facts there, and you guys can make educated decisions on your own.